Financial Officer of the RET. I want to talk to him about how he's been working with Richard to implement Prince2 in this organisation, which is responsible for building fabulous stations like the one I'm in now. Let's go and meet William.
Well, we are here in one of our underground stations. It's one of our newest. It was a huge project, and that is the interesting thing of our company, is that we do not only have an operation, meaning driving from A to B, but we also have a huge project organization, because the RET is also responsible for building and maintaining the infrastructure. And what I mean with infrastructure, this is a great example here. This is a huge project. This station we have developed and built, and you can imagine that the building is a very important project, and Prince2 helps us to do that, to conduct that in a very transparent, in a very good way, in a very uniform way, and that is very beneficial during the building phase of this station.
I'm heading into the RET offices to talk to Richard Moret about the work he's been doing with the organisation.
The RET is a client for me now since 2008, and we are working here to also implement Prince2 and develop Prince2. Started with the RET in 2008 in their other location, and together with them moved to here to this new location to really develop the last part of Prince2 in this organisation. They also use the APMG maturity indexer to mature on the Prince2 level. And they started off a couple of years ago on level 1 in 2008, and we now developed them to a good level 3 on the new model. And it was really enjoyable working with them, because it's a lot of infrastructure, so training infrastructure. So like, for example, the Port of Rotterdam, it's you really see the projects grow. And we worked here very closely with a team, for example, with the CFO, William Bontes, who was responsible for the whole implementation and making sure that it's been covered on a good way in the organization. It was quite a challenge, because this is a very technical environment, so a lot of the project managers are very technical oriented, and then talking about Prince2, which is a very process driven and all about stakeholder management business case, was really for them a culture change. But it really started working now, and we see especially the last year, a big progression on the way they do the projects and how they govern the project, and making sure that they are on time and within budget. I really enjoy working here with the project managers, with the people of the project office, but also with the board of directors, which I'm quite a lot involved with. Most of the time I see them a couple of times a month. We talk about how things are going. Sometimes I team up with them in their portfolio board just to look how it goes and help them to take a little bit better decisions, etc. So,
Richard's spoken about the teamwork aspect of Prince2, and I want to find out from William how Prince2 has really benefited the team here and how it's helped them work together.
Yeah, the implementation of Prince2 in the RET was quite challenging. It started 3 years ago, and the RET has quite a large project portfolio, but we did not have a standard project methodology. And the reason why we started it was that we had a bit of challenges with our projects. We had a kind of burning platform. We had a couple of projects running out of time and running out of money, and that was for us the reason to start with Prince2. How we kicked it off was by finding a great team around me who could drive the change, who could implement it, people who were very keen on get it done. And it worked out quite well, actually. Yeah, the greatest challenges in our company were actually to change the people, to change the working methodology of people. We have quite a lot of project people in this business, project leaders, project assistants, and the key challenges was to change their attitude, to change their way of working. And that was actually a big challenge, because you can implement it, but if people won't use it, you have nothing. So the main challenge is to change the people in your business. I'm very proud with the fact that we in the beginning of this whole project, we put together a list of people who should do the training, the Prince2 foundation training. And it was actually a kind of mandatory list of people who really had to do it. And beside that mandatory list, we got around 50 to 75 people who proactively applied for a training. They were very enthusiastic, heard about this training, and they asked me, well, I would also like to go to that training. Is that possible? And that was for me, you know, a very clear signal that people were very enthusiastic about it. I think the difference of Prince2 and the difference it brought to the organization is that projects are being done now more professionally. It provides you a standard way of working, and people are really forced to think more clearly about the scope of a project, about the risks in a project, and it provides you a standard way of working which really helped us to manage this business. So it's actually a great way to conduct your business in terms of projects.
It's great to see the difference that Prince2 has made at the RET, and it's nice to know that the teams are working really well together and that everyone understands their roles and responsibilities. So it's been a privilege to meet William and to hear about the work they've done here.